Welcome to Computer Aided Design for Quilters, Absolute Beginners. This is class 4, which I broke into two parts. The first part, I showed you how to add nodes to add a segment of line that you may have missed or forgotten. I'm going to show you this time a different way to add to a design that's already there. This is slightly more complicated. However, it would be necessary if you were planning to add a whole big area. For instance, if I decided to do the flower inside of this skull's eyeballs, adding nodes would be a long, tedious way to create this flower, whereas the method I'm going to teach you now is quite simple. I'm only going to show you how to add that same line that we added using the node method, but I think you'll see how it could be used in a lot of different ways. I'm still on continuous line design, so if I try to draw my line from here to here, let me put it on draw. The first node that I hit here is going to draw a line segment from the end of my continuous line design, which is over here marked with this double circle. It's going to draw a line from there to here, and that's okay. We can delete that in a minute. Then, and it looks like I added 2 there accidentally. So I'm just going to draw 1. There we go. Then I'm going to draw the line down to here, where I want that line to go to, and back up here. So it all looks pretty good, but this isn't going to work. As you can see, we've still got this sewing line right across his nose that we're going to need to delete. But more importantly, once we delete this, then this is going to be not connected. So I'll show you those steps along the way. First off, what we want to do is get back into edit mode and focus on this area right here. So I'm going to zoom in. Because I've selected it, when I zoom in, the screen stays kind of centered there, which is nice. We want these 2 points to be snapped together. So I'm going to go ahead and snap those. And when I get that message, it means that I've forgotten to unselect everything. So I unselect, and then I choose these again and snap them. So now those are snapped. Now this is a big mishmash of a bunch of different nodes and spaces, nodes and lines, and we need to separate it all out in order to know what we're going to do from here. The easiest way to separate it out is just to start moving things a little bit at a time. So we figure out where everything is connected. So now all of these nodes are disconnected. There are 7 of them that come into this area here, but we're going to cut it down to 6 because we really don't want this line anymore. Oops. I'm going to undo that. So I select both ends, and then I select delete, and that line goes away. Unfortunately, making that line go away doesn't change the sewing direction. Now we have a new start point here and a new end point here. I know that this eye was sewn in this direction, and so I wanted to connect to this node here. So I'm just going to select both of those and snap them together. Now, when I look at optimize, those are together, but they don't sew in the right direction. As you can see, that's actually labeled 4 now. I'd like it to be 2. And when we connect those other nodes, we'll get rid of this 2 and 3. So now the sewing comes up this way, goes around this way, goes up this way. And this is the end of this segment. So the sewing goes up here and back down to here. So I want these two nodes to connect. And then when this one comes down, it's going to connect to that. So now if I go look at Optimize, we should have, hopefully, just 1 or 2 segments. Let's see. Let's zoom in on this. See if we can figure out what's going wrong. So it looks like we still have some confusion about where we're going to sew here. I see this is 3 and this is 2, so that seems wrong. This should be 1 goes here, then 2 goes here, then 3 goes here. So I'll change it to 2. I'll click on my 3 to make it a 2, and now everything looks great. The design starts here, goes around. Oh, let me animate it for you and then you can see. Animate the stitching. It goes around, up, down, around. But all of this is still a mess. We kept it apart while we were trying to optimize so we could make sure that we knew where each segment was. But now we actually want all of those snapped together. So now they are snapped together. They all show up on the same spot. And if we look at Optimize, it's still all one continuous line. So that's another way to add another line to your continuous line design when you've forgotten or missed something on your first round. If you like these videos, please comment, share, or subscribe, or like.